So what I'm working on today is a pillowcase that I'm going to sublimate from a drawing that I did in Procreate on the iPad. And I added some lettering, some text in Adobe Illustrator. So that's been saved, and now I am going to open up a new workspace, a new artboard. I want an 11 by 17 sheet of paper. That's what I'm going to use to print on. And I need my print to be about 11 inches by 11 inches. That will make it a nice size for the pillow. The pillow is 17 by 17 square, and it'll give it a nice size, but not too big, and there will be enough space around it that it should look balanced. So because I have some extra white space from the graphic in the PNG file from Procreate, I have to go and do a little bit of cropping. This will make it easier to adjust the size, because right now it looks like it's 11 inches, but the graphic itself is not that large. It's measuring white space. So I can get rid of that and be able to adjust the size to what I need and make sure that it's going to print the whole width of the paper and I don't have anything cut off. So that's really all I'm doing here, is just checking that it's going to be the right size, it's going to fit in the paper, and I'm not going to have anything cut off whenever it comes time to print. So once I get everything adjusted, then it's time to print. And I normally use a custom setting that I have set up already, and I keep one set for each paper size that I use. This is just for the Epson printer, but you can do it manually. You really just need to check that your paper size is correct, and in the settings there's a few things that you want to click on. Make sure that your color management has the Epson controls are selected. Paper handling, I don't normally change anything here. Print settings, I leave it to auto select most of the time. I do change and make sure that I have premium presentation matte selected, best quality, and the mirror. That's very important. You have to mirror your images. Otherwise, everything is going to print backwards. Then the color options, I use the manual setting. You can click on the advanced, and I use the Adobe RGB, and I have the gamma set at 2.2. And these settings work well for me. I don't have issues normally, knock on wood, with colors not coming out correctly. And again, make sure that your paper size is correct. But I usually have it set to a preset that I have already programmed all of those settings in. So I can go to the top, I can click my preset, and then everything is automatically changed for me, and I don't have to do anything else. So I just click print and send it to the printer. Make sure I'm on the correct Wi-Fi. That's important, otherwise it will not print. So now the printer is just about finished. And what I'm doing now is putting cross marks in it. This will just make it easy to line up. So if I have that X going across top and vertical and horizontal, it will just make it that much easier. So before I lay my design out, I need to put a piece of paper inside to catch any ink. Once you heat the ink, it gasifies, and you need to make sure that you have something to catch the ink just in case it goes through the fabric. You really don't want your design being in the reverse on the back of whatever you're printing. So make sure and put something inside to catch any ink that would go through. And then some people use T-squares. I don't like them. I've tried them, and I'm not very good at lining things up with those. So since I want this to be in the middle, I will fold it in half, crease my paper along the vertical and the horizontal, and this will just make it easier to line up. And this is just a little bit of spray adhesive to hold the design down once I put it on the press. It keeps it from moving. You need to keep the design in one place. And we'll just go ahead and tear out my design, get rid of as many rough edges as possible, just in case it would print into the fabric, which you do not want. So use your crease marks, and I line it up with that. And I don't really like how it lined up. I need to move it just a tad, so I'll pull it back off of the pillowcase and move it down just a little bit. Make sure it's straight. And if you do this correctly, it should be in the middle. Now I put blowout paper on the bottom. I really didn't need it on this one because I've got the paper in the middle already, which it serves the same purpose. But I do need it on top, and I should have put it across the entire piece. I should have put that larger piece on top to help protect my fabric a little bit more. The heat press is set at 385 degrees and I press it for 60 seconds. So it's a lot of heat and going on the same piece of fabric in the same place for a minute. You could possibly burn it. So I normally put it over top, but I wasn't thinking. And that's it.